I'm Tobin, and honestly, right now I'm really tired, but I originally was going to do this vlog about claymation and animation, how it's affected us through our lives, but I realized that I actually really want to talk about how it's really important to have updating movies and television and stuff as the world progresses, and to have cinema and videos progress with us. Yeah, so today I was thinking about like LGBTQ movies, and it's so important to have the progression of movies and television because, like, as a young woman who is bisexual, I remember watching a lot of movies when I was younger and stuff that just really had bad portrayals of women and the LGBTQ community. And like, I wasn't raised watching Disney movies because my mom didn't want me to see the women only portrayed as skinny and a specific ideal of beauty. Like, even in the movies where the characters aren't white, the like Princess and the Frog, she's a frog for most of the movie. Like, that's not a great progression, and I still think that's not great. But there has been so many movies and so much that is really reassuring for right now and for the future, that I think that a lot of people are going to be way more comfortable with themselves and way more accepting. And it's, movies reflect culture, but also culture reflects movies. So when movies come out about real important things, people see them and they form ideas about what they believe to be true, and that just is really important to me. One moment that I think really illustrates this is I remember seeing Love, Simon, and it was like the first gay film that I saw in a theater, and I remember just like seeing all the different moments and how just beautiful the story was. Like, it wasn't a movie that was like, this is just gay for the sake of being gay. It was like a true love story, and I remember crying and just like thinking how beautiful it was. And like, I grew up with lesbian parents. I have a lot of LGBTQ friends and family, and I'm very accepting of my own sexuality and stuff, but it was really reassuring because it was like a moment of seeing that not everything has to be hateful and people aren't all ignorant. Like, going to Pride is no longer such a like scary thing. I have seen over like the years of my life how it's become less of like a fight back against people who are oppressive to the LGBTQ community, and now it's like a celebration of who we are. And I think that's really beautiful, and I think that having movies like Love, Simon and all the other LGBTQ films and movies and shows where they just incorporate characters being gay or trans and stuff and not making it a huge deal, just making it part of the movie. And I think that's really beautiful and really important. And I think that there are a lot of people who are really critical of movies and cinema that have like characters like that, and characters who are portrayed a certain way, even if it's not totally accurate. But thinking back to like the first movies ever made that were extremely racist, and some supported the KKK and were just very oppressive to people who weren't the perfect straight white man, to now, like, it's just a really incredible change. And I think that's really important to note that change. And while it's very good to be aware of what's happening in our world and to call out things that have negative stereotypes and push back against change, it's also important to note that there has been change, and that the change has been extremely monumental and has helped many people be okay with themselves and accept themselves. And that is why I really have a lot of love for the changes that have happened, and why I think it's so important to continue progressing movies and cinema and all different kinds of film to be a more loving place and just accepting of all people for who they are.